What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? In this video, I'm going to be passing along my thoughts on what the best way to learn dropshipping in 2024 is. For some social proof, we are running around 15 to 20K days right now. You can see here we just crossed 10K and it's about 3:23 p.m. So before we get into like a checklist that I would follow for learning dropshipping, I want to establish some fundamentals that I don't think enough people talk about and that I'd like to cover. So the very first thing I would like to pass along in this video is that you need to become an expert problem solver. There's not really any way around it, and there's going to be unique problems that you're going to face in your business that you need to build skills in order to solve. All right, and those skills you're going to build through trial and error. Second marketing fundamental that I think is super important is that many people will teach like secret strategies to succeeding in the space. And most are BS in my opinion. You need to understand customer desires and you need to understand who you're selling to. This is something that is really missed and kind of looked at on a broad level. Like, yeah, I'm selling to females 18 to 44 plus. Great. What do they like? What shows do they watch? What language resonates with them? What copy can you use inside of your ads that's going to make them like those ads more and click? Is there lingo? Is there slang? Have you done that research, right? Like that's a big part that is completely skipped and overlooked that you need to get pretty good at doing. Last, like fundamental, actually no, third fundamental, there's one more after this, is study what big brands are doing, okay? This is a big cheat code as well. They're spending millions of dollars and they have teams that are getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, like top tier talent that you can learn from. And this comes from both learning from the ads that they create and output, as well as learning from the landing pages and their product pages and how they approach the language that they use. Okay. And I'm gonna chuck a few at you that I like to look at every single week. I'll also very briefly touch base on how I like to identify these. And then we'll move on. So few that I like to look at: Dr. Squatch. I think it's a great brand. Wear Felicity. I'm in the jewelry space, so they're a big inspiration. They're doing great stuff. Fabulove is another one. They're doing great stuff. Every Jewels is another one. They're doing great stuff. And High Smile. I think everybody's heard of them. They're running absolutely crazy offers, deals, and content on their ads. So that's a few. What I like to do to identify these is honestly really simple. Just identify what space you're in. For example, I'm in the pet jewelry space. If I type in pet jewelry here in search, you'll see apart from us, there's some other ones here. There's Silvercut, there's Mint and Lily, right? So these are a few that I didn't mention that are also in my list. And what I'll do is I'll go and I'll take a look then. Let's just say I want to see, Silvercut and see if they're good to look at for inspo and learn from. I'll, just go to their profile here and see what ads they're running. And typically what I like to look for in a competitor or somebody that I'm getting inspiration from is that they're running at least 100 ads. That's telling me that there's ad spend happening, that they have, some active development and creative testing that's going on. And there's things that they're unlocking that I can potentially be learning from. I think that's important. So after I identify one, I like to bookmark it. And I have, you can see here, a creative inspiration folder filled with different brands. So I named off a few, but there's a bunch of other ones that I also look at on a pretty consistent basis. And these are, again, great for identifying what type of ad content or styles you should try next, as well as identifying how they are speaking potentially to the same target demographic, and then learn from that language and be able to apply that in the content that you create. Cool. Let me see. Okay, so we already touched a little bit on trial and error. The last thing I want to just kind of put here, all of the above has to get tied in with trial and error. And this also ties into that first fundamental of becoming an expert problem solver. There's no way around it. Failure is going to quite literally be the best teacher. You're going to learn the most when you're struggling the most because you're going to put the most effort in then. And there's no way around it. Okay. Now let's get into the list. This would kind of be, in my opinion, what you would want to learn in order of when I would prioritize it. Product research, that is super important, often overcomplicated. And my recommendation for product research is going to be to go and watch my YouTube video on that. Actually, a lot of these recommendations for this checklist are going to directly be on existing content that I either made or other people have made. Cool. So in terms of product research, I would highly recommend looking at this right here. So how to find 10K a day winning products in 10 minutes. Yes, you can actually curate your feed to be able to do that. That's one video I'd watch for product research. I also explain what I'm looking for there in terms of a competitor and a product, as well as kind of what margin I'm looking to be in, and how I do that whole process. So great video to watch if you have not already. Store design. Tips here, make it minimalistic. Look at those top competitors, learn from them, and try to have have a perceived value as you can. What this means is when somebody comes to your site, how can you make the products that you're selling look like they are worth more than what you're charging them for? This is then going to look like a really good deal for them, especially when you bundle it with a really good offer, and that's going to allow you to then sell very efficiently and effectively. Cool. So that's some thoughts on, so we touched on product research, touched on store design, building offers. Another one that's super slept on is building offers. Now we have on Ecom Live, which is my e-commerce education platform, a video that I recently did about building offers. You should be able to go here to the search and type in offer. Boom. So you can see this video here, how to test good offers in 2024. Completely free video, okay? I'm not charging you to watch this. This is a shill at best. Free video about 3 different offers and how to test and identify offers. Go watch it, okay? That's what I would recommend. Super important. You need to learn how to create offers that are irresistible, and you're gonna sell a lot more, okay? You're gonna be able to fix your CPA in half. You're gonna be able to get your click-through rate to double. Like, this is the type of stuff that's gonna happen through creative testing and offer testing. Okay, moving on, we have building urgency on PDPs and in ads. Again, there's a lot of really good content on Ecom Live and on my YouTube about building urgency. Let me see if there's one I can recommend here. Q4 ads, this is a good one, where we talk about urgency in ads. Let me see if there's any others that I would recommend watching for urgency. The 0 to 10K is also another one that I touch on urgency, but I'm also going to toss some urgency tips at you guys, just so so we make sure this, we can really lock things in and be efficient with everybody's time. Okay, a few things I want to touch base on when it comes to urgency. Countdown timers, mine's not showing up because it already expired on the cookie here, but let's go ahead and open it up in a new window. You can see there's a countdown timer here at the top. This needs to be clean. It needs to be minimalistic. You don't want to overcomplicate it. If you overcomplicate it, it's going to look fake. It's not going to work. It's just going to kind of shit the bed, right? Again, offer, super important. Countdown timer can work really well, can add urgency. Just make sure that you actually, after this ends, that it goes away and that you're not, just restarting it, because then you look scummy and scammy. But yeah, you can tie this into any offer that you're running. You can rotate offers. That's another great way to test things. That's one way to increase the urgency on the site. Another one that I'm going to just quickly toss at you guys is if we go over to, let's just add a product to the cart. You can see here there's unlock free shipping with $20 more. This is gamifying the cart. This can also get more people to now go and add $20 more, and they're more incentivized to check out when they hit that number. So let's just say I add one of these and one of these to my cart. You can see it says you've unlocked free shipping, right? A little bit of a dopamine rush there can help with getting people kind of over that line. So that's another thing that I would recommend. Okay, cool. Building good ads. We talked about that literally yesterday on this YouTube video, how to build 15K a day ads from scratch, showing you my entire process. Go watch it if you haven't. There's another one here that I make ads in both of these. Like, I literally sit down and make an ad in front of you. And one of these I'm scaling right now. So, take that as you will. You obviously need to learn how to test ads. I have a bunch of content that shows you exactly how I test ads. There's also on Ecom Live, and there's also a billion other YouTubers that are putting this out there, so there's zero excuses. Let's touch like teeny tiny base on that, just because I want to make sure I want to make sure that this is very clear. A few things are very clear. Content testing ads should be your number one focus. All right. If you're going from 0 to 10K a day right now, your number one focus should be creative testing. 95% of creative you test is not going to work. 5 to 10% maybe will work and get some performance. Those are the ones you want to study and learn from and understand why they worked or why they didn't work. Okay. Creative testing should be your number one focus. I like to approach it in a very, very simple way. I like to approach it where I have a single ABO here. On this ABO, I am testing multiple different variations of a creative. You can see here I'm testing 4 different variations of a creative, and I'm grouping that up and I'm testing that usually either with Advantage Plus, which is broad, or you can see this one here, I stacked 2 lookalike audiences, and yet I still have Advantage Plus turned on it. So this is a very, very simple structure. Don't overcomplicate it. At the end of the day, the structure doesn't matter. What matters is that you're putting good creatives in front of your target demographic, okay? How to scale ads, again, a lot of content on that on both. How to hire a video editor, literally go to Ecom Live, go here, type in video editor, how to hire a video editor, free piece of content you can go and watch, no excuses there. How I structure and organize my team, right? You're gonna have to learn to do that for your own company. There's this video here, also completely free. It's effective team management, how I approach organizing it. You can see that also on Ecom Live. Email SMS, that's another huge part. This is going to add easily 15, 20, 30% to your revenue if you play it right. Go down the rabbit hole, learn how to create good emails, good SMSs. There's some content here about that as well. I am by no means a good email and SMS guy, right? And that's okay. You're going to see a lot more content from me on scaling ads than you will on email SMS. But we have an amazing team at Puppering that cracked the code on it, and we're sending out and printing with it. So by all means, also go around the internet and learn and go down these rabbit holes, making flows, making campaigns, sending these out, creating segments. Like, all this is a deep rabbit hole to go down, but is going to really help in your journey. And again, this is why it's kind of a little bit after the initial stage, just because I think that creative and content is more important. And the list goes on. But again, what you should focus on, just to tie this back, to get from 0 to 10K days, is becoming an expert content creator. Literally challenge yourself to post organic, free content that you don't need to pay a dime for on social platforms like Instagram Reels particularly. Challenge yourself to get one to go viral. Study why are others going viral and apply that into what you're testing. And there's a good chance that with enough trial and error here, you can get a piece to go viral. You can understand why it went viral. Okay. And then you can, take that, run ads to it. Right. Cool. That's what I got for you guys. Hopefully this is beneficial. This is kind of my list on, what would get me from 0 to 10K. And then there's a lot of other stuff that we can talk about. Feel free to hop into the Discord if you haven't already. I deep work here pretty much every day inside of the free deep work section. Also in the premium section, the deep work section. We get shit done. We scale ads, and that's what we do. So take it easy. Have a good rest of your Wednesday. I'll catch you later.